Yeah.
You obviously ain't looking for me with these goddamn shades you keep
Hey,
wearing every week. Now.
hey,
You know
I'm
what?
looking
You
for
know
you.
what? I got something for
Yeah.
you next week. Since you keep coming on here with these shades, I got something for you
Yeah.
next week. Because now I'm
Yeah, I'm
starting to
here.
think you just come on this live with these shades to kind of stun on your boy.
No,
So I
no,
got
no,
something
no,
for you
no,
next
no,
week.
no,
No, no,
no,
no.
no, no, no.
No, it's all
No,
right.
check it
It's
out.
all good. It's all
If
good.
it's no,
It's
no, no,
all good. You been wearing your Sachis every week now. You been feeling yourself.
nah.
Boy's got a fresh baldy and all that. It's all
Yeah,
right, yo.
yeah,
I got something for you next week. You
yeah,
ain't finna keep coming on this live stunning
yeah,
on me. You know, I be
yeah,
trying to be low key, but I got something for you next
yeah.
week though.
No, but in all, hey man, I know we go back and forth, man. If there's one cat I can't stun on when it comes to fashion and getting fly, it's Mogul. I'm gonna give it up. Pause. I'm gonna give it up when it comes to that. I'm just putting on a pair of
Nah,
shot Versace.
nah. Don't try to gaslight me now.
No, no,
You know what
no,
I mean?
no,
Yeah,
no,
I be
no.
thinking this is just a phase.
Yeah,
Perry say Perry say he's smelling himself. Yo, B,
yeah,
he been smelling himself now for the past 3
yeah,
weeks. I
yeah.
thought this was just a phase, but now he
Nah,
been coming on here every week with these same Sashi since she got them.
I'm
So next week I got something
yeah.
for you. Just watch.
I'm
Just watch.
committed. I'm committed. These cost me darn near 300. I'm wearing them everywhere. I'm
Okay.
committed. Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
Remember that.
Man, how was your weekend, bro?
Man, my weekend was pretty good, man. Damn, what did I do this weekend? Oh, I pretty much chilled this weekend. No, me and wifey we did go to a birthday celebration. We went to go see a movie. Uh, uh, what Perry say? They third shades though.
Wait, what that mean? What that mean, bro? Throw. My boy say throw. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I thought he was trying to say like those like the third
Hey,
generation shades.
hey. I'm bringing Sachi's back, bro. Not let me
Yeah,
not because they not paying me. So your weekend, bro.
yeah, man.
A movie.
So we went to like a little birthday celebration, and we went to go see a movie on Sunday. And that was it. We saw that. What's that movie called? The Magical Negroes or something like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
was that pretty good, bro?
I mean, it was alright, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was alright. It was kind of corny a little bit, but I get the idea of what they were trying to do with it. But it was kind of corny. I was I'll wait till that joint come out on rental or something or streaming before I go back to the movies to go see it. Man,
Okay.
how was yours, man?
Man, so check it out, man. I'm writing down the places I went so I can mention them and get this tax write off, bro. Boys went to go see Monday Night Raw. I think I talked about that last week, the wrestling.
Right.
That was on Monday. I want to say Tuesday took the family to this interactive petting zoo. Yeah, man. Let me see. We went to the Houston Children's Museum, and then boys went to the
Y'all went
rodeo.
to you went to the one that was free or you paid for that joint?
Not so check it out. That's good. I like that. Check it out, Mogul. We went again. I would never go on like a free night, but we went when you pay. But in the parking lot, we ran into this sister who had two children, and she was like, "Hey, man, I got three extra passes with me because she worked at a daycare and she gets free passes."
Right.
So she gave us three, and I just paid for myself. Now watch this, Mogul. This is what I appreciated, and I did a video on this, man. I sent the fam in so I could just walk in. I was gathering bags and all
What up,
that. I
Naja?
went in. Naja,
Naja
what's up
joined
with you?
us. What
I
up,
went in
Naja?
by
What up, Ma?
myself. I went in by myself, and
Uh-huh.
they was like, "Hey, man, before we let you in here, bro, you gotta show that you got some kids with you." And I appreciated that, bro, because they not letting anybody in around these kids, man.
Yeah,
That was all right.
yeah. Man, we got some people joining us pretty early, man. So shout out to Naja, shout out to Candy M.
Yeah,
We got some people. Good to see the homie Perry on here.
yeah.
So we got some people, man. But yeah, okay. Yeah, so that was pretty much summed up your spring break week. But what about your weekend itself?
I mean, that was it too, bro.
Okay.
We went to the rodeo. So boys was just moving the whole. I
Yo,
ran, man. We linked up with Saint. Boys was just moving the whole
yeah,
spring break, bro. I ain't had a chance to really just
yeah.
chill, but
Man, we could I'm so mad we couldn't make the rodeo this weekend to come down because I forgot we had some prior events. But you know what's crazy? Uh I guess because being in Houston, you get kind of uh unique being be me.
Oh, my partner
Shorty always
unique, man.
be
Yeah, what's
showing
up,
us love.
unique?
What up, unique?
Yeah,
Glad you joined us. You know, you kind of take the rodeo for granted because I guess living in Houston, we grew up just knowing the rodeo is the rodeo, right?
yeah.
But the rodeo now has taken on this worldwide global thing of Houston on its own, man, especially dealing with social media. Like, you know how many people, my people in Dallas hit me up was like, yo, why you never told us about the rodeo in Houston?
Hmm.
And I'm like, God, I thought everybody in Texas knew about the rodeo and the H. It was like, hell no, we ain't never heard of that. I'm like, fam, y'all can't be serious. Everybody knows about the rodeo and the H.
Yeah.
So they was all kind of pause getting on your boy a little bit. So I'm like, all right, man, next year, everybody I rock with in Dallas, we gonna go to the rodeo in Houston, man,
Oh,
for a weekend or whatever. So next year we'll definitely be there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. That's fly, man. Yeah, Houston Rodeo, man. Boys try to go there every year, man, just to kind of, it's just fly, man. That's Houston. That's us. We love it,
Right.
man. But check this out. I also got on Amazon, bro, and I got me it's a tire thumper, but it's a Billy Club though. I your boys stay with them weapons, bro.
Bro,
So
what the hell?
yeah,
What? All
yeah,
right, real quick, hold on. Perry say it's been country songs since the '70s talking about the rodeo.
yeah.
Y'all would have never known that because I don't listen to no country music. But
But boys gonna
that's
boys
crazy.
boys gonna listen to that Beyonce country album.
Uh, if wifey listening to it, but I'm just not gonna pop it in my. Perry say nigga
Man,
be
Perry tripping, bro. Nah, this is
Perry
spin off. This
all
is
right, first of all, why do you have that, C-Rob? What do you have that for?
so check it out. I
You are
put
the most non-confrontational person I know. Why do you have this? For
but
what?
if it get there, I'm prepared though, bro. This is if I can't get to the banger. This is gonna buy me time to get to the banger. But Mogo, I keep stuff like this, bro. I already got
What is that, like a little mini bat? What
it.
the fuck is that?
So it is, bro. It's called a tire thumper, but it's a
Fam,
self.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit look like some shit them racist ass cops back in Selma used to beat black people with, dog.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
That makes me uncomfortable watching that.
But it's
That
in
looks
the
like some
hands of
shit
a
cops
black
beat
man now.
black people with back in the day, dog.
Now,
I don't think
here we go. Here we go. You know how some of y'all say. Y'all took the N word back and gave it power. I took the Billy Club back, bro, and gave it power, bro. Yeah,
Hello.
straight up. Yeah.
It's a Billy Club. Stop playing.
Hey,
Perry says he's for checking 18-wheel tires. Pal, I don't know
see,
how that checks 18-wheel tires. I don't know nothing about this. All I know, that shit looked like some shit back in the day in a racist ass segregation days. If you was walking on a corner on the wrong side and some racist ass cop walk up to you and be like, hey boy, get on the other side of the street. They look
hey.
like they had that shit in their hand. That's all I know.
They got one in their hand. I got one in my hand. Now the playing field is even. Yeah, yeah. But
That's
yeah,
crazy, dog. Man, let's get
man,
into
Mo,
it, man. Let's not waste no
let's
time,
let's
man. Let's get the
let's
people what they
talk
want.
about it, bro. I sent you an article, man. I know today you're not the biggest Kanye West fan, bro. But Kanye West just put out the Vultures album with Ty Dolla $ign,
Right,
and he's about to put out the Vultures album too. But in
right.
the article I sent you, Mogul, he said that he's not putting it on the streaming services because the streaming services are pretty much pirating the music or whatnot. He said, man, I'm going to put this on my Yeezy site that's already proven, because hey, man, what is it called? Proof of concept, man. He on Super Bowl, he did the commercial, $19 million worth of sales. So people are familiar with the Yeezy site. But he said, if I put this album up on my site for for $20, and I have 20 million fans on Instagram, if 5% buy my album,
Right,
that's 1 million people, and that comes out to $1 million, bro.
right.
And you're a businessman. Where do you stand on the geniusness of this idea,
Well,
bro?
First of all, that's not genius. Second of all, that's not genius. Is it a smart move? Yes, but it's not genius, and he's not the first one to do that. Um, there's a couple of things that goes involved with this, right?
Okay, okay.
Number one, Kanye is obviously banned from a lot of uh, streaming platforms, right? Um, for example, like how Apple Music was giving him a hard time with streaming Vultures, obviously because a lot of the anti-Semitic comments that he made. So a lot of streaming platforms, even though they would have it, they won't promote Kanye like that, right? For example, like when the first one came out, Perry say Corey Holcomb did it, what she did. When the first one came out, first Vultures, like a lot of people didn't even know it was on Tidal because it wasn't promoted. Like you had to go search it, right? Apple Music kept not promoting it or kind of like taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off. So this was kind of like a concept he kind of had to do a little bit in order to really get the full validity of the album, right? So is it a smart business move? Absolutely yes, because Jay Ben saying like streaming ain't really what it is. Those numbers are definitely not true value numbers to what the streaming is. And number two, I was looking at something where Snoop said, if my shit gets streamed 1 billion times, like I'm making like $1,000 or something off it. Like they don't make money off of streaming, right? Artists don't make money off of streaming like people think they do. So it is smart for him to take it and put it on his own platform where he can control it, run it the way he wants to run it, makes true profit value from it, everything as far as that nature. So, it's not the first time somebody's done this, so that's why I don't call it genius. I know you're a big Kanye fan, so everything Kanye do, you think is genius. Even when he walk around here looking like one of the 12 holy apostles.
This guy reaching, but go ahead. You reaching, but go ahead.
It's true. The nigga be walking around with no shoes on his feet and his white girl in thongs all day. I don't get it, but either way. But to each his own. But it's not genius to me. But is it a smart business move? Absolutely yes. Somebody say don't do it.
Thank you, Unique. Thank you, because this dude is wilding. But go ahead, Mogul.
He don't walk around here with no shoes on his feet.
Yeah, he does. That looks crazy, Mogul. But
his white girlfriend don't walk around with thongs every day.
Whoa! Why you?
I'm sorry, his white wife.
Whoa! Why you pointing out the fact that she's white? And I'm only asking because.
Wait a second. You don't point out the fact when somebody's white or black all the time?
I do, but I'm asking you, why are you pointing that out? Because in an episode a few weeks,
I have a problem with that. I'm just calling out her race.
I know. A few episodes ago, you said it's okay. You're not tripping on, what is it, mixed couples and all that. So why now are you pointing out the fact that he is a white wife?
Did I say I'm tripping on it? I'm just pointing out the fact that what her race is.
All right, Mogul, you all over the place. But
did I say I have a problem with him marrying a white woman? Did those words come out my mouth?
Nah,
so you
but
reach it. I'm just simply stating the fact that his white wife walks around every day with the thong on. Unique say his white wife is established architect, Italian. She didn't get her money on her back. See, I ain't say that either. See, people are reaching. All I'm saying is that his wife walks around every day with the thong on, and but the irony, the contradictory side to that. If you remember when Kanye was married to Kim, he used to get upset because how she sexually exploited herself, right?
Okay.
So now all he do is sexually exploit his wife, but the problem is he couldn't control Kim versus how he can control his wife now. So either way, it's nothing new that he's did. Is it a smart business move? Absolutely yes. Dre just joined us. What up, Dre? He definitely dresses her though, laughing my ass off. He be having to look crazy out here.
You mentioned, number one, I think it's hate for you to say that's not genius. Let me tell you why I think it's hate, bro. Yeah. And I want you to be prepared to name the people you said have already done this. Let me tell you why this is hate, Mogul. Because, I'm going to tell you why this is hate, bro. Because Nobody at Kanye's level has done this. See, if he does this and becomes successful, this is now a game changer.
Right.
Him saying, "Nah, man, I'm not putting my music. I'm not gonna give y'all control of my business. I'm gonna take my intellectual property. I'm gonna put it on my website. That way I can get the emails of the people who's purchasing. I can sell for whatever I want. So I'm going to name my value. And now I take control of my music." That's genius, bro. Now, back in the day, Prince did it when there was physical form physical form CDs. And to my understanding, I believe he released his album digitally, so he was ahead of his time. But this is genius, Mogul, and I want to know who has done this before, because you said that other artists have done this before.
Fair enough. So it's genius because Kanye done it. That's what you're saying, because Kanye's doing it. Or you're saying it's genius because he's the first one to do it?
I'm saying it's genius because he's doing it at the level that he is.
So because it's the artist, because it's the particular artist or the specific artist, it makes him genius, is what you're saying. I just want to get clarity on that.
But yeah, let me just add a little more. If it was Drake to do it, it would be genius too. If Jay did it, it would be genius. If Beyonce did it, it would be genius. If Rihanna did it, it would be genius. So it's only
genius based off the artist to do it at a certain level. This is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Even though they didn't do it first, that makes them genius.
Yes.
That is complete goddamn nonsense.
No,
Rob.
It's not. No, it's not. Because
so let me explain. Is it a great business move? Yes, but it's not genius. To me, genius is were you the first ones to really do it? Here's who's genius and here's who's done it. Nipsey Hussle did it. Nipsey Hussle was goddamn genius. Remember Nipsey Hussle sold a mixtape, not only physical but also on his website for $100 independently.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. But those albums also came out on streaming sites. But go ahead.
No, but I'm saying,
and shout out to Nipsey.
But I'm
Nipsey,
saying,
love Nipsey. Yes,
it's still genius.
Okay, I'm with you.
But it still came out independently.
Yes.
Genius.
Yes. Genius.
Chance the Rapper did it independently. Genius. Chance did it. Chance did it.
What album was it?
What was the album that he got very known for with You Don't Want No Problems, Want No Problems?
Coloring Book out. He didn't. I don't remember him putting that out on digital sites, and he didn't sell it. I don't think.
See, he put the album. Drake put Chance to trash. Chance not trash. Drake
nah. That album was amazing. But go ahead.
That album was independently on his site, and he did put it on streaming service as well. So I'm just saying. I was trying to say at the end of the day, this is not nothing new that Kanye West is doing. This is not nothing new. There's been artists to do it before. If you want to call it genius just because it's the high profile of an artist then that's fine. To me, that's not genius. To me, you're only doing what other artists is doing. I'm gonna tell you another artist that's big and he's independent. You ever heard of an artist named La Russell?
Absolutely, I love him.
La Russell does that. Why Russell don't get credit for being genius, and he's independent still to this day.
His stuff is on streaming sites too, but I'm rolling with you. I believe Kanye's saying he's gonna move this. Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
No, it's on streaming, but I'm just saying to do it on your website still, it's not the first time it's been done. Now, if Kanye completely, and I'm gonna be honest with you, he may completely take it off of streaming services for the first month or two, but he's gonna eventually put it on the streaming service.
Okay.
Just like he did with that bullshit. No disrespect to his mom, but that bullshit Donna too. When he was like, "Go get the stem player." Okay. There's Kanye religious followers like you and fans like you who went to go buy that bullshit stem player to go listen to that trash album.
I didn't buy the stem player. Huh? Mogul, you're just saying whatever. I didn't buy the stem player, bro. I didn't
get the stem player.
No.
Okay. Well, don't act like people didn't get the stem player.
Yes, and that's genius because say 1,000 people buy that thing at $200. Now he made $200,000, bro.
Dre said he's not genius because he was forced to be independent.
Okay. I'll roll with it.
Great point.
Okay, I'll roll with it. But okay, this is good though. So what about him moving his clothes on the website. And this is a business conversation, Mogul. Before
Right.
you respond, check this out, man. You remember the viral interview with Kanye being on with Sway, and Sway was telling him, "Hey, man, why don't you move your stuff independently?" And at that time, Kanye was saying, "Nah, man, I have to have support from Louis
Which
Vuitton and all
Sway
this."
should have punched that nigga in his mouth. Go ahead.
Okay, but now he's moving his clothes. He's moving these shoes independently on his own website, and he made $20 million in one day. What do you say to that, bro? And you're a fashion guy.
So what do I say to this? What I'm saying is that that's nothing new. People have done that before. Kanye is only doing it now because he has no other choice but to do it, like Dre said. He has no other choice but to be independently. No brands are going to work with him. No companies is going to want to deal with him. He sabotages. He's a self-destructive guy. He's going to sabotage any type of business partnership, branding deal that he has. So he has no other choice but to do that. But it's funny how the world comes full circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about how life will humble the shit out of you sometimes, no matter if you're Kanye West or not. We talked about that Sway thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can all agree the way he went off on Sway and responded to Sway was absolutely wrong and disrespectful when the man was only telling him to do what he's doing now. Can we agree on that? Is that fair for us to agree on?
Yes, okay. I will say that, yes.
Was it also fair to say how crazy it was when he was going around the world begging Mark Zuckerberg to give him money, begging Walt Disney, begging these guys to give him money to do this?
That looked crazy.
Right?
Yes.
So now because when you were sitting on the top of the world and sitting at a B, you were so cocky and so arrogant, didn't think you could be touched. But as soon as you said something about those people, that certain demographic, what happened? Your ass was dropped. All your business dealings was lost. You went from that B back to the M, which is still a lot of money. So now you're forced to do this because nobody will work with you. So Kanye could have been doing this. He could have been doing this. But Kanye West wants to be somebody who's looked at as Disney, as Elon Musk. He wants to be in that circle so bad. Now he realized these people really don't rock with you like that. Now you got to come back and do it independently. And the worst thing about it, he sold a lot of product, a lot of merch. But the worst thing about it, he will always be successful in selling things because he is Kanye West. He do have loyal followers that would, no matter what he do, even if he tell them to walk around with no shoes on their feet, they're gonna do it. Them ugly ass pods that he be selling, he should sell them for $20. Some shit is horrible. That is the ugliest thing I ever seen designed to put on somebody's shoes, on somebody's feet. I'm sorry, but people are gonna buy it because no matter what Kanye West do, he is Kanye West. He is such an iconic figure. He can sell anything. Kanye West can literally tell y'all, look, Dre say I ordered something.
Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Dre.
That's what I'm saying. Kanye can literally tell y'all, don't wear no pants outside, and niggas will not wear no pants outside. It is like that when it comes to Kanye West.
You can't do that, Mogul, because Jay, back in the day when Jay says stop wearing jerseys and start wearing button-ups, you was wearing button-ups, bro. So come on.
That's still fresh. Jay didn't have us out here looking crazy. Kanye got y'all out here looking crazy with some of the shit he be pulling out and wearing.
He don't have. I'm not a fashion guy, so he don't have me looking crazy, bro. I wear regular t-shirts, regular jeans, regular pants, regular shoes,
wear those,
bro.
Those pods? Would you wear those pods?
No, that's not my bag, bro. Like so okay. So with that said, bro, when it comes to entertainers, people I love, they can't sell me anything because everything isn't my bag. I'll grab the music from Kanye. I'll grab the Adidas shoes from Kanye. But like the shoe sock pods and like them funny shirts that sit all crazy, that's not my bag, bro. But I love this, man. I love this. This is a business conversation, man. Check this out, Mogul. You mentioned the world humbling Kanye, and I don't think he's humble at all, which he shouldn't be, because at one point when he was supposed to be canceled, he has such an enormous supportive fan base, like you mentioned, to where they can't cancel him. Now Apple has to play games with his music to keep him from being #1 and all that type of stuff because he's built the following, bro. And one thing you mentioned, Mogul, you said how he ended up having to find himself back to what Sway was talking about and being independent. Hey, man, your journey is your journey, man. However you get there is how you get there, bro. I'm not mad at it. Hey, man, how long was that interview? How long ago was that interview, bro?
That was like 2014, 2015, around that time.
We talking about 9-10 years, bro. Maybe he's had more life experience that brought him here. He's matured that brought him here. I was looking at this stuff. Yeah, to a certain extent.
I'm about to put maturity and Kanye West in the same category, but go ahead.
Hey, man, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm studying from this. So I have a question for you. You being a fashion guy, you being the businessman that you are, you're not, you can't say you're saying you're not learning anything from all this, bro.
See, Rob, I'm not Kanye West, but what Kanye West is doing, I've been doing for the past 10 years.
Okay.
I'm just not Kanye West. So what am I learning from him?
Okay.
I've been building my own websites. I've been doing my own marketing. I've been finding my own manufacturers, getting my product made, getting my product designed, selling it independently. I've been have my own brick and mortar store. I've been doing what Kanye West is doing. I'm just not Kanye West.
Okay.
So what is he teaching me from a perspective what he's doing now versus what I've been doing?
Okay. All right. So if you're looking at
that, I'm asking you.
No,
I'm asking you.
No,
what is he teaching me?
I'm asking you because this is your business, bro.
Right.
If you're able to honestly say you're looking at a guy that's doing what you aspire to do at another level and say that you're not gaining anything, respect, man.
Kanye West is Kanye West. He's a celebrity. He's famous. I'm not famous. I'm not a celebrity. Kanye West was rich regardless before he started selling clothes. Kanye West was known. This is Kanye West. I'm a regular independent businessman. What Kanye West is doing now independently, there's a million of niggas doing this shit independently. They're just not Kanye West.
Okay.
And some of them are rich. Some of them are successful. There's a lot of low-key brands that's independent, selling millions of dollars of merch online, independently doing it themselves. You only looking at Kanye West being a genius because it's Kanye West. But there's millions of cats doing it.
Okay, I like this. I want to ask you a question. I sent you an article.
So no, I'm not inspired by that shit at all. I'm really not. To answer your question at the end of the day, do I respect the business side that he's finally going that route? I absolutely respect it, but it's Kanye West. It doesn't matter what he's doing. He's going to be successful in it just by his name.
Okay. I like this. I'm gonna bring back to I'm gonna bring us back to these business strategies, but I have another question, bro. Right. J. Cole, I sent you an article.
Right.
J. Cole is putting out his own independent shoe. Excuse me. At one point, he was with Puma. I bought a pair of the Puma J. Cole's, bro. One day I was walking around when Foot Action was still around. I walked into Foot Action and I saw them on sale for $30, bro. And I grabbed me a pair, bro. Straight up.
Why you had to mention you saw them on sale for $30? Why you trying to do the man Cole like that?
No. If that sounds crazy, I apologize to J. Cole. I'm saying I walked in.
That sounds crazy. You know
it. I walked into Foot Action and I saw him and I bought him, bro. Excuse me. But he's putting out his own independent shoe. And I want to know, how do you feel about that? And have you seen other people put out a quality independent shoe?
So what do I think? First of all, for J. Cole, the shoe is going to sell. The shoe is going to sell. Okay. I think for J. Cole, the reason why it's a little bit different, because I don't think nobody saw this coming from J. Cole, because J. Cole is such a meaningless artist, meaning that he doesn't need a lot. Perry say you frugal. But J. Cole, you never see J. Cole caring about, material stuff or selling material things. That's never been J. Cole's character. So this is kind of new coming from J. Cole. I respect the business side of it, just like I respect you know, the independent business side of what Ye's doing. But J. Cole to Perry Shane is very simple. So to see this coming, I didn't see this coming. Do I think the shoe is going to sell? Absolutely, because it is J. Cole. It's another big global artist that has a strong fan base, and people are going to support him. And people are really going to support J. Cole because J. Cole is so humble at the end of the day. Like, J. Cole is really just an ordinary guy that relates to so many people. So I think he's going to be very successful. I'm more interested in to know, why did the partnership with Puma end? Did the contract just end, or did they have disagreement in terms of re-ing up?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more interested to know that. But I think it is a good move on J. Cole's end. Do I know of any more? The second part was, do I know of any other celebrities or people that put out a shoe? Or
Yeah, just any independent people putting out their own shoe.
Yeah. I know independent people that's definitely put out their own shoe. I know a lot of brands and people that I network with in the fashion industry that has their own shoe.
Is it quality?
It's quality, yeah. You may
Okay.
not know of it, but it's quality for sure.
Would you put out your own shoe?
So, damn, see, there you go. You spoiling it. Just say season 3 collection is going to be special for Signature Man, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. And speaking of somebody, I actually have a good homeboy. His name is Dre. Speaking of Dre, he's from North Carolina. He has a brand called Classic. About 2 years ago, he released some of his shoe lines, which I bought like a pair or two. So, and they were pretty quality. Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to buy the J. Cole shoe?
I looked at them. I got to see him much more close up in person from the images, from the ones on his feet. I'm going to be honest with you. They kind of remind me of, you remember LA Gears?
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of LA Gears a little bit. So,
Okay.
you know, I got to look at the design to see if it's dope. But I don't like the design I see so far. But that's only from the images I see. If I like it and it's dope, like, I'm not gonna buy the shoe just because it's J. Cole's shoe. Like, I'm not one of those guys.
Okay.
I gotta actually buy the shoe because I think the shoe is dope.
Do you see how what you said sounded crazy just now?
Why does that sound crazy? Because I have a personal preference of what I like and what I don't.
No. You said that the shoe reminded you of an LA Gear. Today, when you speak on LA Gear, that's like, come on, fam. Now, I said I walked into Foot Action, bought the shoe for $30, and you made a big deal on it.
That's two different things, C-Rob. I'm not going to let you get away with that, dog. That's two different things.
Okay, I'm just checking with you. Now, Mogul, I have a question, man. Do you think more athletes, more black athletes with the big names should go this route? Before you answer this question, we just spoke on Kanye West, man. He says, hey, man, I'm releasing my album on my own site. Forget those streaming platforms. Do you think cats that are LeBron's level, RIP Kobe's level, Jordan's level, should they say, hey, man, I'm going to take my name and my likeness, I'm gonna go find a manufacturer and I'm gonna put my name on my own shoe? Do you think more athletes should do that?
Well, I think look, it goes two ways, right? First of all, there are big time athletes that has done it, right? Okay. And there's okay. Let me say this: in the fashion industry, unless you own a manufacturer, nobody is technically making their own shoe. There are some people that can draw it from scratch and do this and then find a manufacturer to make it. Then you got to make sure you copyright. So let me just say that, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So that doesn't mean that it's still not independent because you're not going with the big brand. You're still doing your own shoe under a small manufacturer that you may not know of. So for example, one person is Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade got his own shoe brand called Way of Wade. Did you know that?
Yeah, but Mogul, that's through Li Ning.
But that's my point of what I'm saying. That's a manufacturer that he's designing his shoe. It's still an independent because he's going through them to produce it, but they're not on the level of a Jordan brand, Adidas, anything of that nature. So at the same time, this still is an independent thing because this is his own shoe, meaning that he has access, he has equity in his own business model of his shoe. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that still
Absolutely.
makes it independently his shoe, right?
Yes, yes.
Unlike Nike or Adidas, if you bring out a shoe to them, you have no sweat equity in that. You just get paid off of royalties of shoe sales, right?
Okay.
So Dwayne Wade is independent with those own shoe. Another guy, low key, Austin Reeves, he did the same thing. And Austin Reeves ain't Dwayne Wade level, but he has his own shoe independently that he worked with a manufacturer and made. So I think that when it comes to big time celebrities like LeBron James, Mike, and all that, I don't think they have to go to independent route because their brand is already made through the past 20, 30, 40 years of working with a certain brand shoe like Nike. And if Mike leaves Nike, the stock in Mike's shoes would drop tremendously because you only know Mike to be with Nike. You only know Braun to be with Nike. You only know Kobe. He was a little bit with Adidas, but most of his career with Nike. So I think for them, it doesn't make sense because it would drop the significance of the brand drastically. But I do think that it is a good idea, like what Kyrie did. Nike didn't want to fool with Kyrie. Kyrie said, okay, I'm going to go work with this manufacturer overseas, make my own shoe. I don't need Nike. I do like that stuff sometimes when stuff like that happens.
Now, it's funny you bring up Kobe because before Kobe died, Kobe was about to bring out his own shoe. And I believe the shoe was called like Mamba brand. And it had some type of technology in it to where it was like a smart shoe or something like that. But the reason you mentioned some of these people that have their own shoe. Now, I imagine, now you know more about this than me, Mogul. Like you mentioned, if you're with Nike, you get a royalty or whatnot. But when Kanye was with Adidas, he owned his brand to my knowledge. So that's genius in itself.
He didn't own the design of his brand.
He owned a few of those trademarks.
Right.
Not all of them, but he did.
He owned the Yeezy. He owned the Yeezy trademark.
Yes. And a few of the actual shoe silhouettes.
Right.
He didn't own all of them. But I say all that.
And that's why Adidas is still selling his shit.
Okay, good point. This is good. This is why these conversations need to be had. I look at a brand like Big Baller Brand. I look at how LeVar Ball. A lot of black people made fun of LeVar Ball because he was like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna make my own shoe for my
shoe
son."
was trash though.
Mogul, you can't. I don't think you should call that man's shoes trash because he was a black man who went and built his own company, bro. He didn't have the same resources that everybody else had, bro. You can't just call that man's shoe trash, bro.
The shoe was literally falling apart on Lonzo Ball's feet.
Okay.
It was literally breaking apart. The shoe was trash.
Okay.
Lonzo Ball hit himself, ended up fucking up his ankle, and had to go hoop at Kobe's the next day because literally the shoe split in half.
But good. Okay. But he still didn't have the resources. This man stepped out on a limb and said, "Hey, man, I don't like the numbers that everybody else is throwing at me. I'm gonna name my own value. I'm gonna go create a brand for my kids. So when they look at that shoe, they're gonna see their name on it. So I respect him enough for that." Now,
go ahead. My bad. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Say I'm not disrespecting the business and the legacy of what he was trying to build independently. Shoe. I'm just saying the actual physical shoe itself. He was selling that shoe for how much when it first came out?
I think that joint was like $250 or $400 or something like that.
Anywhere between that $200 to $400 price range. It was very expensive,
Absolutely.
Right? For a basketball shoe, very expensive.
Absolutely.
Right? More than J's in some sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna buy anywhere between the $200 to $400 shoe, bro, if the shoe break apart while I'm hooping, it's a trash shoe. That's what I'm saying. The actual physical shoe itself was trash.
Okay.
It wasn't made good.
Okay. The shoe wasn't made good. I'll roll with that. I'll roll with that. But I mentioned Big Baller Brand. Patrick Ewing. I saw him do this early in the game where he took his name, he went to a manufacturer, he did a licensing deal, and he put out the Ewing shoe. The Ewing shoe is still out today. It's in Burlington Coat Factory, but it's still out today.
Who produces the shoe though? A known brand produces the shoe though.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying athletes should take their name, their likeness, go to these companies, go to a manufacturer and say, hey man, I got my own team of artists. We own these silhouettes. We want to produce this shoe, man. And so I mentioned Big Baller Brand. I mentioned Patrick Ewing. Shaquille O'Neal did it. His shoes are at Walmart, bro. And I respect those shoes, bro. I know they're not considered to be, this and that, but I would buy a pair, bro. I wouldn't wear them anywhere, but I would buy a pair just to support it. Just
but
to say,
but Shaq is back with Reebok,
yeah,
right?
He invested in the company that bought Reebok, so he has ownership in Reebok, and then he.
Yeah, so he's going to be working with he's already signed Angel Reese to Reebok, but he's back with a big brand shoe company.
Yeah, but he's still moving his own shoe too. I saw it in Academy the other day for $30.
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
still moving his own thing. And then I remember back in 2000.
Buying a pair of Shaqs?
Say it again.
Are you buying a pair of Shaqs?
The Reeboks or the
ones that's in Academy?
I said, yeah, I am. I'm not.
That nigga lying right through the
No,
side.
see, and that's the issue. That's the issue I have with you, Mogul. That's the issue I have with you, bro. That's a black-owned brand, bro. That's a black-owned brand.
I see, Rob. I just asked you, are you buying it? And you got to stuttering it like you was Ruben studying.
No, I said I'm gonna buy it, bro. Now I'm not gonna, Mogul. I'm not wearing them to the mall. I'm not gonna wear them to the gallery.
Why you
but I'm
not wearing them out and you copied them?
Because that's not my style of shoe.
But why not? You buying a shoe? Why don't you buy a shoe you're not gonna wear? I don't buy shoes I won't wear.
But a lot of people do that. Now I'm not a sneaker. I'm not a sneakerhead anymore, but a lot of people buy shoes that they don't wear, bro. I'm gonna buy that out of support. Now, let me tell you a shoe I did buy and wear.
What?
Back in 2006, I walked into a store called Steve & Barry's. I saw that Stephon Marbury had put out a line called Starberry that was exclusively sold in Steve & Barry's. And those shoes were $15. His brand, nothing was more than $15 in there. I let about $80 go in Steve & Barry's. And I matched those shoes up with the shirts and I wore that joint out here, bro. Because he was with And One. But when he left And One, he said, nah, let me take my intellectual property, let me take the name I built, let me partner with a brand and let me produce my own shoe, bro.
Right.
And for me, that holds more value than somebody just going to Nike signing an endorsement deal, bro. I think it's time for more of us to go the independent route. And
I wouldn't say it holds more value, but do you probably respect it more as far as like the independent side of it? Yeah, but it doesn't hold more value.
No.
I don't know how long that shoe stayed in business before it finally went out.
Okay. When it say it holds more value, I'm not talking about like the actual physical, tangible shoe.
Okay.
I'm talking, for me, I'm going sentimental, bro.
Got you. Okay, fair enough.
This is inspirational. This makes me look at this and say, hey man, I'm not no athlete, but I can do this in my level of creativity and my level of creating a business. So I look at all these things, Mogul, and I want to bring this back to the conversation we were talking about, with Kanye, but I want to kind of advance that conversation.
Right.
Do you believe in removing the middleman when you start a business and having that relationship direct to consumer as an entrepreneur?
Yes and no, because the reason why I say yes is because eventually when you get to a certain level and understanding your business and understanding how the business infrastructure that you're in works, then you can remove the middleman and work directly with the person or the manufacturer or the producer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, sometimes you don't know how to get directly to the main source. So sometimes working with the middleman is really what you need. And I hate to do this because I'm not a dope boy. I don't sell drugs. I never sold drugs in my life. But you can reference it to that, right? When you first start hustling, you may have somebody that fronts you work, right? And when
Mm-hmm.
you get to a certain level in life, then you can go straight to the connect. It's the same thing in business, right? When I first started my fashion brand and my fashion business, I didn't know who the direct consumer and manufacturer were. So I had to work with the middleman. I had to work with the middleman who was getting the clothes from the manufacturers and selling it to me wholesale prices, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, after maybe 4 or 5 years and doing research and having some skin in the game, then I understood, okay, oh, this is who you work with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got, this is real life. Your boy got on that flight across the water and went to China,
Mm-hmm.
right? But how many people are willing to do what I did, right? On some real life Frank Lucas type shit. I went to China, cut out the middleman, work directly with the manufacturer, find out how I can communicate with the manufacturers online through their platforms they work with, doing my research. But that took me almost 4 or 5 years in the game to do that. So I do believe that is eventually where you want to get to, but I'm not also mad at somebody who got to work with the middleman in the beginning to eventually get to the connect.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Mogul. You start. I'm not gonna put the name of your clothing situation out there yet, because maybe you revamping some things. You're not ready for that. Let's say we got.
Signature man.
Okay, signature man.
Signature man. Go
We,
ahead and
we,
rip
we
that.
got we got signature
Right.
man.
Right.
You're moving these signature man independent pieces on your own. You got your website. You're able to collect emails. You're able to see who's buying from you. But Nike comes to you or whatever, Louis Vuitton, whatever. They're like, hey man, we like what you're doing. We want to kind of do a partnership with you, but we take on the manufacturing and hey man, we gonna put you out in stores and all that. Would you rather continue to build the way you're building to where you're able to get the emails and build relationships with your customers? Or would you rather go with Louis Vuitton and have your stuff everywhere, but you don't know who's buying your stuff, man?
Well, when you mention partnership still means that obviously I have sweat equity in this, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
so if a brand like Louis Vuitton, Nike, whoever comes along and offer me a 50-50 partnership, I'm absolutely taking it.
What if it's now 50-50? Because let me
Go
say
ahead.
this before you
Well,
we just saw we
well, hold
read
on.
an
I want to
art.
finish that though.
Go
Let me
ahead, go
finish
ahead,
that. Here's the
go ahead.
reason why I'm taking it. Because if you're offering me a 50-50, Jay-Z said something in business that was like so significant to me. If you remember last year, Jay-Z was 100% owner of Duce. I mean, of Ace of Spades, right? It's called, the
Mm-hmm,
real name is like Bromac, some crazy name. But
mm-hmm,
basically Ace of Spades. It was 100% ownership of Ace of Spades. Jay-Z sold, I think, 49% of the shares to LVMH, right?
mm-hmm.
LVMH is the biggest fashion house owned by Francois something, but it's the biggest fashion house that owns Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Hennessy, Moet, all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sold 49% of his shares to them. And he still owns the other 51, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Jay-Z was on an interview with Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart asked him about the deal, Jay-Z said, listen, man, people got to get out this own 100% of everything. He said, because you can own 100% of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
When you say you can own 100% of nothing, that shit registered to me. Because sometimes at the end of the day, working with somebody and collaborating with somebody is what you need to get your business to the next level. If you're stuck
Mm-hmm.
and stubborn and think you can do 100% independently all the time, your shit ain't gonna never go nowhere sometimes. Not to say it won't, but most of the time it won't.
Mm-hmm.
So you can own 100% of nothing. That's why I said I would do the collaboration if I can still own 50-50 partnership or a little bit more partnership.
Now, I have a question about what you just said. Isn't this the same company that Jay-Z was suing because they were withholding information from him?
No,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
say. That's he was suing Bacardi.
Well, okay. There we go. So I say that to say, because I'm learning that these emails are important, bro. I'm gonna give a real life example for me. When I released my first book in 2019 on Amazon, bro, physical copy book, Defeating the Struggle: Journal Entries of a Conqueror, available right now on Amazon. Anywho, I released that on Amazon, bro. I sold. I think, if I may say so myself, I was a hood bestseller. I sold a lot of books to me, but Mogul, I don't know who bought those books. Amazon is not sharing emails with me. Amazon is not sharing data with me, Mogul. Now, at the top of 2023, when I released my audio book and moved it through my own website, I was able to gather emails, Mogul. So now I have an email database to where when I want to sell more products, bro, I can hit these people directly, bro. People who've already bought from me. Okay. So with that said, man, and I'm still trying to figure some things out. If a partnership makes sense, yeah, cool. But I don't want to be caught in a position to where boys is withholding data from me and taking advantage of my intellectual property, bro.
Right. That makes a lot of sense, but that also goes back to the business side of it. If you're going to do a partnership deal with any brand or any big company or anybody, just don't say no because you're scared that they're going to withhold information. Negotiate that in your contract. Negotiate that in your terms. And if you negotiate to say, hey, I still want 50-50 or I want 51-49, then you still have that ideal information to the analytics that you need that's necessary for your business.
Okay, this is good. Let me ask you a question, bro. With what we're doing, bro, with this show, bro, we're not on the network. Okay, we're not on BET, man. We're not on NBC, man. This ain't on ESPN. This ain't on Comedy Central. Wherever there's an actual cable network or whatnot, we're not on there. We're on Instagram, bro. But at some point, this show is going to evolve. How do you see this show evolving, bro? And you just give me a freestyle definition. I mean, excuse me, give me a freestyle answer, bro.
I think the ideal goal for this show to evolve is obviously to build a concrete following or a concrete, I don't want to use the word fan base because I hate making people feel like they're fans, but to a concrete following to people who really rock with us, right? I think that's important. I think utilizing platforms like social media, YouTube for sure, and more of these like other podcast platforms, if you want to call it, even though we're not a podcast, we're a show. I think utilizing those things to our benefits helps. So what ends up happening is that you build such a strong following of a support system of people. Now, when somebody comes along and they notice this and they want to take your show to the next level with the partnership or a sponsorship deal, now we can say, hey, here's what we bring to the table and here's what we want. The negotiations is more stronger on our side because you came after us. We didn't come after you. So I think ultimately that's what I would love for this show to grow to where we control our own destiny with it to decide who we want to work with, who we don't want to work with, and we can negotiate on our terms. If you don't want to negotiate on our terms to give us what we want, then at the end of the day, we continue to still do it ourselves because we technically don't need you. But we understand what you can do for us to take us to the next level. That's like my ideal thought of it.
This is good, man. So when it comes to business, when it comes to this show, I have my idea as far as, bro, I don't need to be seen by millions, bro. If 20,000 people get with us and say, hey, man, we got $5 a month for you, bro, I could work with that, bro. I can build from that, bro. I see myself or us, bro. I think we should have our own platform to where we're doing the same thing, but we're sending the email alerts out to the people that follow us. And hey, man, they coming to us to hear us do what we do. And I do think that I think that we make premium content together, bro. And I think people at some point people should pay for this, bro. I don't think that just because there's a blueprint business model, I don't think that you always have to follow that, bro. I think that there are times where you could kind of tweak that and kind of do your own thing, bro. I do, man. So I'm thinking people kind of, hey, man, if you're willing to reach in your pocket for us, nothing too crazy. Hey, man, support us every month, and we're on this platform because here's my thing, bro. I may say something crazy. Instagram kicked me off tomorrow. YouTube kicks me off tomorrow. Facebook, whomever. What is it? TikTok. They kick me off tomorrow. But if we have our own situation, bro, independent, man, we can still do what we do, man. Now we control. We can go talk to the ad people. When it's time to, hey, man, if you want your business plugged here, hey, man, this is what we charging. Mogul, I know we joke about the shades and all that, but I'm trying to condition myself to stop saying the name of the brand of these shades because I know I make them look fly and they not cutting no check, man. I don't want to be on here talking about the brand of shades I'm wearing. I'm making them look cool. Now,
Wise
boys,
girl, they go get your own shades manufactured.
hey, that's good. That's good. That's good. I like that.
Either way, if you don't say it, even if you don't say the name, people see what the shades are.
Nah, I mean, I hear you, bro, but nah. Saying the name, I think that makes a big difference, bro.
It does.
No. I don't want to be on here just giving free pub to people, bro.
So somebody,
nah.
So if anybody on the live right now say, "Hey, what kind of shades are you wearing?" What are you saying?
Hey, man, I'm gonna just say I'm wearing shades. Hey, man, I'm wearing shades, bro. Why, Mogul? Why? So they can go spend hundreds of dollars on these shades, and I don't get a cut from that.
What you're missing, my point is that wearing them is more advertising than actually saying the name. That's the point I'm trying to get.
I'm with you. But also people understand and recognize logos, bro. If they don't see the logo, hey, you may have to ask what kind of shades they are. If I'm walking around with a big old Nike check, I mean, you see me wearing a Nike shirt. Now, these could be fake shades. But who would know? Who would know? Because I'm not going to speak on that anymore, bro. Yeah. Straight up, this is good. This is good. Mogul, when did you know that it was time for you to start a business, bro?
Shit. When I got laid off.
Okay.
Shit, man. When I got laid off, man, I was with this company. Everybody knows who knows me. I was working at this company called Bargain. I was with them for years, like 5 years. I got laid off like around the time I was like 24, 25. They gave me a little severance package. I was like, man, I don't know what the hell to do. And so I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Always wanted to start a business. Unfortunately, I opened up the wrong business, but that's what gave me my entrepreneurial spirit. Is when I got laid off and I had a little bit of bread, and I was just like, man, you know what? Let me just take a risk and do this thing. But that's what put me in the mind state to say, if I ever get laid off again, at least I know I close my own business down. Nobody can't lay me off or anything of that nature. Not to say like, it's always going to pan out that way, but to get the mind state of that's what gave me the mind state to start my first business.
Yeah, man. So check it out, man. Back in the Gap, man, we started, me, you, and two other guys, man. We started a t-shirt. It was like a t-shirt movement type campaign situation, man. And I remember you coming to me like, hey, man, we need to figure out a way to start a business, bro.
Right.
And that just gave me different ideas, bro. Like me, I'm more of a creative. Like I'm not going to go open a brick and mortar business, bro. That's just not my vibe. But just creating something and putting it out as art and like, hey man, if you fool with this, slide me some change. If not, you can keep it moving. That's where I'm at with it, bro.
Right.
I don't believe, like, I've worked at restaurants before. I'm not into the customer service thing. I'm not trying to please you and kiss your behind, Paul,
Yeah,
so you could spend
that's the
money
biggest
with
part of
me.
business.
Yeah, it is, but there are businesses to where you could kind of just be you, and if you have a following that follows you, they'll spend money with you. Now
Right,
you may not become a billionaire. I mean, that's just like rap music or whatever, man. Hey, man, this is the type of art I make. It's offensive to some, but then there's a group of people who support this, man, and they willing to
right,
spend money with me.
right.
You know, that's the type of lane that I'm kind of, that's where I want to be, bro. And I saw this video this morning, man. I saw this video clip. It made a lot of sense to me, man. This brother was like, he said, use your 9 to 5 as your business partner. I said, man, that boy killed that. He said, take money from your job and fund your business. He said a lot of people go on trips. When they go on trips, they be like, I'll get to these bills later. He said you should also feel like that when it comes to your business, when it comes to your dream. Sacrifice for your dream. Go on that trip later. Go on that trip later, man. Pay that one bill later if you could get away with it, man. But use that money to fund your dream, man. You remember, bro, back in 2018, man, boys did a presentation called Hunt Money, man, where we rented out a building, and hey, man, we sold tickets. Didn't sell a lot of tickets, but we sold tickets, and I went up there and I was able to present something I created,
Right,
bro, and that empowered me, bro. Even though I didn't sell the place out. It may have seated like 125 people. I may have had 30 people in there. Half of them was family. But
right,
it inspired me, bro. It made me look and say, you know what? If I want to do this, bro, I can really do this. I'll just have to put in work because it's been done. I've taken a step to do this, man. And the whole concept of hunt money is, hey, man, a portion of your check, man, whatever you make, man, put that off to the side to fund your dreams so that when it's time for you to actually buy some equipment or buy whatever you need, you don't always have to run to the bank and hope people give you a loan. No, we already saw this coming. We prepared for this, man. I have the funds here to cover this. Man, Mogul, do you believe in crowdfunding for your business? Going to GoFundMe and all that for your business,
Um,
bro?
I, I personally never done it. Um, I personally never done it. I mean, obviously, I've seen people that does do it, and celebrities that's done it. I don't think it's a bad idea. It's just not for me to go that route. Number one is just I don't know. It just never crossed my mind to do a GoFundMe to ask money to help me build my business, right? Because it's like, what do those people get back in return? That's my thought process behind it. But I've seen people do it. I don't knock people that do it, but for me, it's just never been my personal thing to do it. I'd rather go to investors that I know or people that come to me to say, "Hey, Mike, I want to invest," because now we're actually doing business together, right? Versus me just asking you for your money, and you not to say I'm that type of guy, but some people out there, you never know what they're going to really do with your money or not, and then you're not getting nothing in return for it.
But see, I think those people are small minded, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Cause think about this, bro. Mogul, if you say, "Hey, man, I'm putting out this GoFundMe. I'm trying to raise $50,000 so I could buy my own truck and start me a trucking company." You being a black man, me being somebody who wants to support black business, bro. I don't need anything in return from you, bro. You have a dream. You want to start a black business. You want to start a trucking company. Maybe you went to the bank and they denied you. So maybe you're coming directly to the people and hoping that the people who look like you support you. Bro, if I got $25, if I got $50, if I got $100, I'm gonna put that towards you. If you're a scammer and you take the money and you do something else, so what? Who cares, bro? I'm going to give what I'm comfortable giving. And hopefully you'll take that money and do the right thing with it, bro. If
Right.
you take that money and you scam people and you do whatever, you'll get whatever you deserve, bro. I think as black people, we have to stop looking for something in return, man. If somebody, so check it out, man. What if a young lady's like, hey man, I'm trying to raise $15,000 to open up a nail shop. I don't know, open up a nail shop or something. And what if we don't get behind her? What if we look at her like, she's a scammer, she's just whatever. We
But
don't get behind her and she's not motivated, and now she becomes, a dancer or something. Or she gets out she gets out there and she sells drugs and now she's murdered. You see what I'm saying, bro?
that's a little bit extreme,
No,
Rob.
I mean, hey, man, hey, it,
It's a little bit extreme. But
hey,
let me say this. Let me say this. I don't think it's wrong for people to want to know where their investments is going.
mm-hmm,
Right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If I not to say I would, but if I ever was to start a GoFundMe to help for me to start a business and you guys are giving me money, I do think it is my obligation to let you guys be aware of where the progress and where the updates is, with the bread that you guys are giving to me. I think not only does that show good, what's the word I'm looking for? Good character, right? But it also shows that you're letting people know how serious you are as a business person. Because it's not fun. These GoFundMe things, a lot of that shit be scams, right? I'm not saying all of it, but I'm saying a lot of it be scams, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day. So for me, as a good businessman with good character, I do think it will be my obligation, because it wouldn't sit right for me for you guys not to know what is the updates of what's going on with this business or what I'm trying to do. So, if a young lady wants to start a nail business, and if I'm one of the people who invest in her GoFundMe, I would like to get updates. I would like to say, hey, I just got my license. I'm in school. I just purchased my mobile truck or my suite. Give me updates so I can know that you are doing right by the money that I'm giving you that I don't have to.
Mogul, what if you gave $15, bro? You gonna be looking for an update?
Well, I'm not giving $15. I would give more than $15, C-Rob. I
Let's
don't care
just
about if you're trying to raise 50,000 and I give you $15, I might as well just keep that and put that in my damn go give me something to eat with it or something. I'm not tripping over $15. But if you're trying to raise, if I give you, let's say I give you $1,000, $2,000,
okay,
yeah, I want to know what's going on with my bread.
If you give $1,000 or $2,000, you're not donating. You're an investor. Yeah, you should want to know
Not
about.
on GoFundMe. I'm not an investor. What sweat equity do I have in that?
Okay,
So
okay, there you go.
that's what I'm saying. So for me, GoFundMe never been. But let me ask you something with business that you mentioned though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think every person is a businessman or a
No,
businesswoman?
no,
Okay.
no. I learned, bro. It's funny you asked me that. I learned that, bro. I learned that. I remember. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
The reason why I say that is because I've been in business now 10 years, right? On and off, because I have my ups and downs in business, but consistently, you could say I've been doing business now for 10 years, right? Because a lot of people only think they know me for fashion, but I do way much more than fashion. Like, I do marketing independently
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, contractually, whatever, for companies. But I, I can tell you this, man. Business has taught me life lessons like, I'm not going to curse, but like a mother effer, right? Uh, Business has made me lose every single dime. Business has got me in trouble with the IRS. Business has made me lose partnerships. Business has made me lose personal relationships. Business has made me almost be homeless. Business has made me, have mental breakdowns. People look at business, and I've won a lot in business. Like, I've had the highs of the highs of business. You seen some of the shit I've done in business, and the lifestyle that I live. But the downside that people don't know about business is truly, truly hard. I tell anybody this when they ask me, Mike, I want to start a business. I always ask them, are you willing to die and lose your life behind this business? Are you willing to sacrifice of your family? Are you willing to go broke? Are you willing to possibly fucking eat off of fucking cereal. Like what are you willing to do to really make this business grow? And people don't see that side of business. And when you give them the reality of that shit, you know, they realize it's not for them. So I always tell people, if you're going to get into business, honestly, and become a businessman, you're somewhat psychologically crazy. Like you're not, your mind state isn't like the normal person. You are considered somewhat psychologically crazy if you're going to get into business, because it takes a lot to make a business grow. Business is ugly. If you win a business, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. But even when you win it, it causes you to work harder. Like you got to stay on top of your game, because one false move and one false decision, and you can lose everything. So I always tell people, man, don't look at business to think because business is promoted so hard on social media and you should be a businessman, this and this and that. Don't let that shit fool you out for what these scammers be talking about. This is some real life shit. You will lose your family. You will go broke. You will go mentally fucking crazy operating and running a business. But for me, I fucking love it. Like I fucking I get goosebumps talking about it, because that's what I'm fucking born to do. Like I'm gonna die doing this shit. You know what I mean? So I will fucking lose everything that I've worked hard and do this shit over again because I love it. If you don't love it like that or feel that way, don't fucking get in this business game. It's not for everybody.
Now that's good. I like that. I have a question for that. Is there a particular type of business you like, bro? Before you answer that, because I think that you need to have a passion for what you're doing, bro. Again, I've worked in a restaurant. I don't want to own a restaurant. I hate it. I wouldn't want to do that, bro. So do you need to have a passion for what you're
Absolutely,
doing?
absolutely. I encourage you to get into a business where you're passionate about, because that's going to keep you going when you have the hard times. So like my first business, you know, was a cleaner's business, right? And I started that business at 24. What the fuck do I know about starting a cleaner's business? The most I knew about going to a cleaner's was dropping my clothes off, getting a tag, and coming back the next day to pick that shit up, right? But I was young. Uh, here's an example of what I'm saying. I'm not telling everybody this cleaner story, but everybody listen. I started a cleaner's business when I was 24. I had a severance check from my company. My severance check was about 8-10 grand. I wanted to start a business. My mom had just retired. My mom put up half of her retirement savings in my business. My business was shut down and done in 8 months. My mom, who just retired, had to go back to go work. I lost this business because I started a business that somebody said, hey, this would be good to start over here. I didn't know shit about running a cleaners. And I trusted somebody who was just a landlord, wanted money, built out a storefront, put money into that. I had to go through a third party to clean the clothes. The storefront was just a place to hold the clothes, right? I didn't have the actual manufacture part in the back of the business. Lost everything. And I'm 24, 25. And my mom just retired. Lost half of her savings. Had to go back to work. People don't know how much that shit eat me up today. When I think about it, I get emotional. But that didn't stop me in business. I went ahead into your point, C-Rob. I got into a passion that I love, which is fashion, right? And then from there, I had a lot of success. But absolutely, if you're going to start a business, do something that you're passionate about. Do something that you're going to die doing, or you won't even mind doing it for free.
Man, oh man, when you say that part, doing it for free, man, check it out, man. This content thing, baby, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is my baby, man. Man, check this out, man. I've had several before doing this show with you, Mogul. I've had several podcasts before, man. Some of them podcasts got 10 views. Some of the podcasts ain't nobody care about. I used to go on live like this here, man. So I've done episodes where I was talking by myself with nobody tuning in, man. And while I'm talking, man, oh man, it didn't feel good, man. I'm talking to
But
myself.
we just had Angel and Victoria join us. What's up,
Angel
ladies?
Victoria, what's up with you? I'm talking to myself with nobody viewing, bro. Oh man, that's the most horrible feeling in the world, man. I would start these podcasts and end them. Man, I'm not getting the results I want. Start it again, end it. But the thing I noticed, I keep on coming back to it, man.
Right.
I love this thing,
Right.
man. This content thing, man. I'm gonna do it for free, man. I'm gonna do it. And not only am I gonna do it for free, I'm gonna do it when nobody's listening. I'm gonna do it when nobody's watching. If I put out a video that gets 1,000 views and 50 comments, that's what's up. If I put out a video that gets 13 views and no comments, that's what's up. I'm coming back the next day because I love this thing, pause. And I'm passionate about it, man. So with that said, I looked at that because all that's data. That's information. That's data that's being collected over the years.
Right.
I've looked at that and I said, hey, man, I got to figure this thing out. Not only do I need to figure this thing out, I need to do this in a way to where it takes care of my family, man. It retires my
Right.
family. It retires me to where this is what I do for a living because I love it, man. I make good money doing what I do. I don't love it though. I love this. So now it's time to turn this thing into a business. It's time to write this equipment off on my taxes, man. When I jump on here with the shades, when I jump on here with all this stuff and I talk about where I took my kids, I'm writing that off on my taxes because this is now a passionate business, baby. And I'm not gonna stop, baby. I'm not gonna stop
Right.
no, I'm not gonna stop. I was gonna say I'm not gonna stop till I see the money, but when I get the money, I'm gonna go
You
even
gotta
harder, baby.
go even harder because
Yeah,
the money puts much more pressure on you to keep it going. I need to get past my insecurities of the camera. Everyone needs financial education. YouTube coming eventually. There you go, Victoria. That's just true. Everybody needs financial education. So
absolutely.
it's funny you said that, C. Rob. You know what that's called, bro? When you're doing the work when nobody's looking, that's
Man,
called
but
being resilient
absolutely.
because people are gonna now see the success when millions of views. Because I think you should do more than 20,000, but we'll talk about that.
Absolutely.
But when millions of views are looking at you, they're gonna look on the back end of success and be like, man, this guy just blew up overnight. But see, they don't know the past 10 years you was talking in front of a camera when nobody was looking, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's the fucking beauty
yeah,
of it. Like, that's what I love. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
people know me. I'm not gonna say people know me, but some people know me for fashion, right? But they don't know they don't know the back end of the long nights having to stay up 3, 4 o'clock because my manufacturer overseas and that's when they're up talking on WhatsApp. They don't understand the research that I do. They don't understand the trips that I gotta take to Vegas twice a year or different places to go to these business venues and fashion like people don't see the truly hard work. I put some stuff on Instagram because it's good content, but the work that I really do behind closed doors, people don't understand building a website independently and learning how to do that. People don't understand learning how to run marketing ads. People don't understand everything that I do independently, the hard work to have the outcome of what you see that I put out. And that's the beauty part of it, man. Don't and I pray you as my brother, you never lose that side of it. Because if you never lose that side of it, on the other side of that you're gonna be winning so much, man.
Absolutely. I love this too much, man. I love it too much, bro. This content thing, but I can't shake it. I've quit before and came back. I can't shake it, bro. Pause, because that sounds crazy. Man, Mogul, this is a good conversation, bro. Man, hey, you got anything else to add to this entrepreneurship
Um, yeah,
conversation?
at the end of the day, for anybody watching this, man, you know, like I said, if you're going to start a business, just understand what you're willing to sacrifice, and understand that it's not for everybody, and doesn't mean that you can't be successful in real life just because you don't have a business, right? Um, but if you are willing to do it, and you are willing to do a business, number one, that you're very passionate about, that you would do for free, and you're going to work, even if you're working a 9 to 5, you're going to get off that 9 to 5 and then work from fucking 6 to 1 in the morning. Like I support you, and I applaud you for doing that, because that's what it's really going to take for you to win, man. So, you know, that's just my last take when it comes to business.
Absolutely. And with that, man, when you stand up, man, jump on YouTube, like Victoria brought up. Jump on YouTube, man. Look at people who've done this before, man. Invest in books about people who've done what you're trying to do, man. Man, look at videos on how to create your own website, how to, you know, the whole digital. Some of y'all want to be authors, man. You can write a book and produce it through Amazon, sell it through Amazon, and not have to store the books in your house. Or you could create that book, record it on the iPad or on the iPhone, get it mixed and mastered, and release your own audio book digitally. Everybody thinks, so check this out, man. This is one thing I want to say, man. I put out an audio book, man. I didn't put it on Audible, man. You know, because this is one thing I learned, man. Perception wise, that looks good. If you ask me, hey man, where's my book? I can say, yeah, it's on Audible. Hi, that's where Charlemagne's book is. That's where Robert Greene's book is. All these famous authors, that's where their books are. But you could release your book professionally on your own website. And when people buy your book, you see, watch this. When you release your book on Audible as an independent author, you don't get to set your own price. They determine what your price is. But see, when you know your value, baby, you'll get your own website, man. You'll release your book yourself, man, so that when people buy it, not only are you charging what you want, but you get that data. You get that information. So when it's time for you to release your next book, man, you have that data already. You have people that you can sell to again. Because these companies, man, Audible and Amazon, shout out to them and all that, they're not going to tell you who bought your book. They're not going to pass them emails off to you, man. So that's one thing we got to keep in mind too, man. I'm passionate about this, man.
Right.
But man, I love this, man. But Mogul, before we get out of here, man, Inspired by Christopher presents the question of the week. I have a question for you, Mogul.
Victoria says sales funnel and marketing. So Victoria, when you say sales funnel, are you talking about like a click funnel? Just let me know. Go ahead, bro.
Inspired by Christopher presents the question of the week. Mogul, my question to you is, what is something that you wish you had done earlier in life?
Oh, shit. Something that I wish I would have done early in life.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy, because I started business pretty early. I started business at 24. Damn, that's a good question, yeah, man. Something I wish I would have done early in life. You know, I can't think of that off the top. Okay, here's one thing I wish I would have understood earlier in life. Not did, but understood. I wish I would have understood financial planning earlier in life.
Okay.
That's one thing. I wish I would have understood how money works, financial savings, investing. I wish I would have understood that earlier in life. Because remember I told you, I said this. I said, if I could go back and do it again from the time I left high school, I wouldn't have a girlfriend until my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was spent my whole 20s building my financial estate up, my investments, my businesses. Like I would have spent my whole time focusing on my success and my money and my future in my whole 20s. I wish that's something I wish I would have learned, I would have known earlier to do in life, instead of wasting a lot of it partying, hanging out, spending money, going out, buying shit that I didn't need at that time. That's one thing that I wish I would have known and done early in life, if that makes sense.
That's good. That's good, man. That's some good stuff, man. And when I put this question out, the question of the week, this is also something for the listener, man. Y'all listen to this question. if you want to type your answer in the chat, y'all go ahead, type your answer in the chat. My guy Mogul said he wished instead of drinking and partying, which I was doing with him, pause.
Yeah.
He wished that he was,
Them,
you know, focused
them
on getting that
T-Town
money
days.
together. Absolutely.
Well, them
At
T-Town
T-Town,
days used
the
to be lit,
Roxy,
though.
absolutely. Man, Inspired by Christopher presents the question of the week. What is something that you wish you had done earlier in life? My answer to that question is I wish I would have had my kids a little earlier, man. Boys had their first kid at 35. I wish by about 28, man. I wish by about 28, a brother would have had these kids, man. Because I'm darn near 40 with a 2-year-old, man. And my oldest is 5. But
Damn,
I've
bro.
got
You make. Go ahead. I'm gonna respond after you done. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Man, boys got past the baby waking up in the middle of the night, all that. Ooh, child, at 40, man, ain't nobody trying to deal with that, man. But now my kids are growing to where they're being more independent. You know, them car seats be all bulky, all, you know, you trying to drive. My youngest daughter foot all in my back. You know, man, ain't nobody got time for all that, man. So, and watch this. My brother had his first child at 18, had his second child like 3, 4 years later. Now, when you're younger, you think, oh man, his life is over.
Yeah, life
Nah,
is gonna be hard.
nah, that boy chilling, man. He about to be, when he's 41, both his kids will be like 18 or older, man. So I want to get out of this misconception that the world paints and says, hey, oh no, having children young, you don't want to do that. I think as a parent, man, when you're mentally focused and when you have the right head on your shoulder, pause, you'll figure it out when you have children, man. It's not the end of the world. So to answer my question, I wish I would have had my children
All
sooner,
right,
bro.
there's two parts that I want to respond to real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you make me feel almost kind of nervous because obviously I'm 40. You know, I don't have no children of my own yet, but I'm trying to have one.
You'll
Right?
be all right.
You make me feel you make me feel like God damn. You know what I mean? Should I second guess this? But no, I still want
No.
my child of my own.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Number two is this. You mentioned, yeah, have children early, but you also got to understand, it's fortunate that your brother has a significant other that he's still with, where it's a
Absolutely.
two-parent household. I understand most women, especially women, when they have children at 18, 19, that man doesn't always stay around.
Mm-hmm.
So for her, who may have college ambitions, you know, if they had an athletic or even educational scholarship, all that goes on the back end if they have to raise that child independently. So life is a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
So I do understand why most people say refrain from having children that early and focus on
Yeah, yeah.
building a foundation where you can raise that child. That's the only thing that I would say on
Yeah,
that.
I'm talking about like at 28 for me. But I
Okay,
think
no, that's a
if
good age. That's a
yeah,
good age.
yeah, 28. But if
Yeah.
you have a child early, it's not the end of the world, man.
It's
Some
not, but it's definitely hard. It's hard.
it
It's
is,
not as
but
easy as it sounds.
what if you got a support system, you know? And if you don't, hey man, sometimes now you got to put the childish things away, get on your grind, get focused, and make a better life for you and your child, man. You might gotta start a business. Who knows? You know? But yeah, man, you know, hey man, oh man, Mo, beautiful conversation,
Yep.
man. Anything else you want to say before we get up out of
Nah,
here, bro?
man, that's it, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and man, this is good stuff, brother. Like always, man. Appreciate everybody rock with us, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all for all y'all that just came in. For the people who were commenting, Perry, P Train, shout out to you. Victoria, shout out to you for showing up again. And I'll be back next week. We'll be back next week. Excuse me, man.